Hello everyone and welcome to Building Strong Readers. My name is Carissa Dahl. I'm the owner and founder. I'm also a reading specialist, I'm a special education teacher, and I'm also a mom to children with disabilities, including one with dyslexia. I created this video as a companion to go with my free sound flashcards. I always think it's important to offer various ways in which we learn, and one is through modeling. And so I thought it might be helpful for you to hear how I teach the letter sounds. And then at the end, I will go through how to use the recording data sheets as well. If you would like your very own copy of your sound flashcards and data recording sheets, you can go down below and you can click the link and it will take you and you can download yours today. All right, let's go ahead and get to the sounds. I created these with some little bit of thought in mind, okay? These are created to help teach the sounds. Now you can use them with identification, like to identify the letters, but this was created with learning the sounds. And so I included the letter, both uppercase, lowercase, and a picture cue. Okay? Picture cue can help your child remember the sound. And I also want you to know that I am going to read the sounds to you in the order that I would teach them. So this is my preference, how I choose to teach them. And the recording sheet also goes in this way as well, but you can choose how to teach them however you want, in what order. But this is the order that I teach letter sounds. Here we go. So when I teach a child or my student letter sounds, I show them the picture, I tell them the letter O, and then I ask, what sound? And then they root. So that's kind of the pace at which I teach the sounds. And when we get a lot of sounds, I'll hold up and go, what sound? And they've got the drill by then. So here we go. Ah, ah, d. Now, there are several letters I will point out that it's really easy to add the sound to the end of them. A lot of us may have been taught this way. We do not pronounce this letter sound as duh. It's d. G. A lot of times we've been taught ma. It's m. Oh. They're sticking together here. Not na. I. Little boy is itching. I. R. A lot of us have been taught r. R. This one's easy. It's a soft sound. A lot of times we want to say pa. It's pa. Ah. J. S. Here's our first digraph. Now a digraph is two letters that are put together that make one sound. Ch, chin, ch. We see this at the beginning of words and also at the end of words as well. B. I think this is the easiest one to say ba. I even struggle sometimes with it. It's that short kind of clipped sound b, where the lips just come together. B. But it's really easy to say ba, but it's b. K. Here's another digraph. Sh. Okay, the next digraph has two sounds. Th for thumb, and the other sound doesn't have a picture, but it's in the word th. It's th, like in that, this, the. Okay, there are different people and different ways that people say this sound. A lot of people say w, but we don't really say w watermelon. It's watermelon, and our lips are kind of making kind of like a watermelon. So that how I teach my students is woo watermelon. Okay. You can choose which way you want to teach. I'm sharing with you which way I teach. So some people use wa, and I use woo. This one gets me because I see it a lot as like the picture of an X-ray, right? But we hear this X sound, x, at the end of words, like a box, fox, axe. And don't get me started on xylophone. Z. Here is another digraph. It's also going to make the whale sound. Some people, wah, wah. But I teach my students well. Here's the other one, okay? Why? Some people teach it as y. But if you actually say the word yellow, yarn, yo-yo, you can watch your mouth, and the Y is actually making a y sound. Yellow, yarn, yo-yo. So I teach my students y. I always teach QU together because there's nowhere where we see it in print and reading or anything where Q does not have U helping out. So I go ahead and just show it this way because that's how we see it. Qu. And this is an ending. It's another digraph. C and K make the K sound. We see it at the ending of a lot of words. And then I included the long vowels just for fun in case you wanted them. They say their names. A, E, I, O, and U. All right, if you want to jump over to the recording sheets, I'm going to show you how I use them. If you want to, you can print off as many as you want if you're going to keep track of different times. Maybe you do it in the fall, spring, or fall, winter, spring, summer. You can put the date so you know. And then I have it listed in the order that I teach them. You can record how, if you teach them a different way, you can record that way as well. So if they have the sound down, we've done it like 3 times and they've got that sound down solid, I will just go ahead and check the box. Like they've got that sound. The first one's ah. And then the next says word examples. And so I will ask the student, can you think of a word that begins with the ah sound? And they might say ox. Or they might say octopus. And I'm going to write the examples down, okay? When they have given you some examples, and we've done it like 3 times, I'm going to check like 3 different sessions. Okay, they gave me examples 3 different times. I'm going to call that great. Like they have that sound. They can recognize the phonemic awareness of that sound to name some words that begin with that sound, and then a little box for any notes or reflection. Maybe they're struggling with B and D still, or you know, something that you want to note, you can put that there. So I have them written down the way that I would introduce them, and so they are all there for you. Helpful. Again, if you would like to have your very own sound flashcards and recording sheets, you can click the link below and you can go ahead and download those. I also want to invite you to come and listen to my podcast. It's Building Strong Readers. Anywhere that you listen to podcasts, you can find it. I share each week tips, tricks, resources, all the things that I've learned I want to pass on to you to help support readers of all abilities. I also am over on Instagram at Building Strong Readers. And if you have any questions or like to email me, I'd love to hear from you. My email is Carissa, C-A-R-I-S-S-A, at buildingstrongreaders.com. Well, thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Let's keep building strong readers.